Hello, Assalamualaikum, and good afternoon, everyone. So, how are you doing, man?
Good,
Good,
thank you.
good.
How are you?
Okay, I'm good. I'm great. So, but you see lah, my all this mustache. I haven't shaved in about more than 1 week. So, how about you, Adrian? I think you are in the where is it actually?
It's just a little patch of forest behind my house, lah, not far away.
Oh, okay, behind your house,
Yeah,
around Semenyih, not Semenyih area, Ceras area.
sedang.
Redang. All right, right.
Ah,
So maybe later on, I think we should go to Bukit Gasing. I think WK lives just behind, under Bukit.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to come when it reopens. Not that I will join you because I'm not much of a outdoor.
not yet open.
Huh?
Not yet open, Bukit Gasing.
Oh, not open.
Oh, okay.
Not go off anyway.
They start open already.
Maybe they just opened when they took down the roadblocks. Maybe it's like at the time. I'm not sure, but as far as I know, it's not open.
Okay. All right. So anyway, let's get into the topics, right? Okay. So today's this topic is quite simple. The question or the watch chat topic today is how do you collect your watches, right? So maybe your watch collecting philosophy lah, right? Okay. So I think last time I started. So this time around, I think better WK start lah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So how do we collect, right?
Yes. How do you collect? How do you strategize or things like that lah?
I think firstly for me, I don't really consider myself a watch collector lah.
Okay.
I think like to be a watch collector, you really have to sort of buy watches with the intention to keep. I don't really have that. For me,
hey, WK, sorry, kacau. Totally forgot this watch check. What are you wearing?
This is
the Zenith, right?
This is the Zenith D5 Classic.
Oh wow! You've got to let me borrow that one, bro. Okay, I'm wearing my Saint Martin BB homage, right? So I haven't.
Is it the one you just reviewed?
Yeah, I just do the unboxing. This one not yet reviewed. How about you, man? How about you?
SKX 013.
Oh, okay, nice for small wrist.
On a brighter strap, so in case I get lost, people can see me lah.
All right. Okay, WK, sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. So I don't really consider myself like a collector in the classic sense. I think like there have been other people who have said it before, like Bruce Williams. He also doesn't really consider himself a collector, but he says, he collects experiences. And that's kind of how I feel about the way I choose watches and buy. I'm not, how do you say, I'm not precious about the watches. Like, I mean, obviously I take good care of them. I don't mean that, but I'm not precious in terms of like attaching them to any event or any special thing. If I like the watch, and I do my research and all the rest of that, and then I buy it. But I also how should I put it? I'm not kidding myself to think that I will like any watch forever.
Okay. So no attachment there lah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that my taste will change. I know circumstances will change. I know the way I dress will change. All of these things will change. So I have to be ready to let any watch go. So obviously, some watches I will find harder to let go. As long as it's because I really, really love the watch, and not because I feel like, oh, I can't let this go because I bought this for my 40th birthday, or I bought this because of what. But then you feel pressure to hang on to it, even though you may not like it so much anymore, and maybe you don't wear it so much anymore. So like my approach is not to be sort of hindered by that. I don't buy based on milestones. I used to, and look what happened anyway. I sold everything. So Yeah, so I would say I'm more.
But what about sentimental? Do you have like sentimental pieces or not? Like, anniversary stuff, things like that, or gifts?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I got one watch last time from my wife, which was a Gucci fashion watch, right? A quartz watch. And I don't wear it anymore. I don't like it anymore. I'm very open and upfront with her. I told her about that. I said, is it okay if I sell it? And she said, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. If you're not gonna wear it, what for, right? Why keep it? So I think like when it comes to sentimental value, it's the sentiment that's important to keep, not the object that represents the sentiment.
Oh, okay. I mean the memories lah.
If you remember that my wife bought me this watch, why she bought it for me, and what it meant, I think so. Like the memory and the experience is more important than the object. That's basically how I approach it. And so like now what I do is, there are certain watches that I like, I'll do my research, and then I'll keep an eye and ear open. And I buy, like, to me, in my mind, I call it the 3 P's. The first P is the piece, right? Is the right kind of watch for me? Does it have the right dimensions? Do I like the way it looks? Is there a good balance between supply and demand? Will I be able to get it? If I want to get rid of it, it will be difficult to get rid of it in future. Will I lose a ton of money on it? So the first P is piece, right? So I do my research on what the piece is. And then the second thing is price. I really sure I get it at the right price.
Again, are you okay, man? Kamera jatuh. It's okay, man. Continue.
His costume changed. Look at that. He looks so good now.
I think something happened. But anyway, so just 2 P, second P. What's the third P?
Price. Hey, you're back.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah. No, the phone fell.
Okay. So what's the third P, man?
The second P is price, and the third P is like the place or the person, where I buy it from, who I buy it from. So like as long as I get these 3 things right, then I don't care lah. If I like to watch and I get it at a good price, and I know I can eventually sell it and not lose a ton of money, maybe even make a bit of money. I get it from a reputable place or a reputable person, something that I like for now. That's all that matters. I also don't check boxes in terms of like, I need 1 diver and 1 chronograph and 1 field watch and 1 dress watch or whatever. I just buy
whatever you like lah.
And that happens to come by at the right price.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so I don't really have like a, like I don't consider myself a watch collector. So yeah, so that's me lah.
Okay, how about you, Adrian?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about the question, and I think we all watch the same channels. I think I watched the same episode that you watched also, WK. And I think it's the same kind of thing. Yeah. Because there are people who really collects, like, especially, and it depends, like the G-Shock people, the Swatch guys, all sorts lah. Of course, then there's a high-end people. I think I read recently, right? I'm not sure if you all read the article. I'm not sure whether it's in Hodinkee or something. That there's like a couple of billions of dollars of watches that have been forgotten. Have you all read that article?
No.
Basically, it's all those, the uber rich people who buy like 20 pieces limited edition Patek, and then they just literally forget about it because to them it's nothing. So they are saying there are billions of dollars worth of watches that these rich people buy, and they just literally just forget about it, and they have no idea that that's even in their inventory. So just a fun little thing I was thinking about. Then I was like, no lah, I'm nowhere close to that kind of collection. So I kind of feel the same way. I don't actually collect watches. Right, when I started about 3 years ago, I of course had that, desire to try different types of watch, but I don't have a desire to keep the watch lah. But contrary a bit to you, WK, the watches that I actually do keep, I don't sell, are actually the sentimental pieces lah.
Right.
And yeah, so happened that I actually like it lah. Sorry.
No, I totally get it. I totally understand what that's like.
The one that your wife give you one lah, sure lah, that one must keep.
Yeah, maybe in 20 years, when the relationship is as mature as WK's will, or 10 years, when the relationship is as mature as WK's one, I can tell her I don't really like it anymore without without her killing me or something. So I was like that lah. I also right at the beginning, I would want to say maybe at that point of time I wanted to, I don't know what collector is, but I wanted to try and collect different types of watches, dive watches, chronographs, dress pieces, but now not really. It's just whatever I feel is nice. And at this point of time, I actually have slowed down quite a bit. Don't really buy that much anymore. A lot more reading and looking at stuff. And I think WK knows as well. I just put on an order for the Toki, which hasn't arrived yet, the Chrono Toki. It's also like half of an, how you say, again, I think watches as an investment is still very risky, but there are some that are proven. And at the same time, I don't think you will lose money on some pieces lah. That's the thing at this point. And
you mentioned Toki, that small tiny dial. Inside the dial got so many tiny things, right? That guy,
No. This is the Japanese guy. I think his name is Hajime Asoka or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, right. Hajime Asoka, right.
Is it right? Am I right? Is it
Hajime Asoka? Yes.
Yeah. So this is his, what do you call it? His more public lines lah, not his handmade, custom-made pieces lah. So and they still do, and I always wanted to see how more, what is it, limited kind of run, like it's more of the art instead of just the mechanical, because the mechanics inside is just a citizen high-end Miyota lah. But it's the art behind it, because watches are not just movement, kan? It's everything else. And I want to see lah what the fuss is about. And from the pictures, it does look awesome lah, and it fits my kind of what do you say, taste at this point of time, smaller, dressier, classier looking kind of watches. So just wanted to see how it's like. So at this point of time, again, I don't think I'm a collector. And if that piece comes, if I enjoy it, if I don't mind letting it go lah. Anything that I buy myself, basically, I don't mind letting go lah. Yeah.
Right.
So collecting, no lah. Not really a collector also lah. More of like try everything, except for the sentimental pieces lah. At this point of time, yeah, I'll keep them.
Okay, since both of you say that you are not a collector, so basically what I'm trying to say is basically yes, there is a piece that a few pieces in my collection, a few Seikos, that those are the things that like I mentioned previously, I think I have my Seiko Monster, right? So that's my first ever Seiko, and then my first ever mechanical watch is that a Brice Morgan. So those are the two pieces that I'm not going to sell because it's the first, right? And there are a few, I think I mentioned previously with WK my Rado, right? My Rado, that one is also I'm not going to sell because it reminds me about Japan, and of course the pieces that my wife give me lah for birthday present, whatever, those are not going to go anywhere. Okay, so I'm a bit more sentimental compared to both of you lah. But on the other side of my watch collecting philosophy is that I'm running a YouTube channel, so I must have I'll say a fresh content, because that is where this AliExpress watches and all the other stuff's coming in. So how I do it is that previously I've set a certain amount of money, a target. So I have to spend this much of money, and then when I over that limit, then I have to sell another watch to get to buy more watches to review. Okay, so but that one is like I think until last year, but starting from this year, if you guys have been following me, I think you guys haven't been following me long enough. Starting from this year, I started to monetize my channel because I think that for me to grow even further in this YouTube thing, everything I have to monetize so that I can get back some money to buy new pieces, right? So it won't be I would say a financial burden to myself lah. So that is
Yeah.
right now. All right. So so ready for question number 2?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Okay.
But
So
actually-
sure.
But I do like your how you say you're having a passion and at the same time being able to enjoy so many watches.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, and it doesn't, like you said, like, it doesn't actually financially burden you.
Yes.
I think that's the dream line in a sense.
That
I
will.
mean, I think that has to apply to everybody also, right?
Yeah.
Not to like you buy based on the budget, and then when you run out of money, then you have to look at what you have existing, and then think about selling in order to get some money back, and then you can continue buying lah.
Yes.
So
I think everyone do that. So maybe YK WK no lah. Oh no, you do also.
WK is doing it very well.
Very well lah. He doesn't. He always doesn't want to lose money on the piece.
Yeah. No, I'm very careful about that. So like if it's going to be something that I buy and then there is a possibility I will lose money, then it starts to lose points in terms of whether I really end up buying it or not, and I may not end up buying it because like I know that I'm going to change. Like in the last year or so, my taste has changed so much. Now I look at some of my watches and like because now I'm shifting towards more ornate and maybe more complicated watches, and I look at the ones that I have right now, it's like, okay, very, very nice as a simple piece, except that there's nothing wrong with that piece, except I'm not looking at simple pieces so much, so it's going to happen. And then if I move to complicated pieces, I know I will shift again. Don't set myself up for losing money lah, I guess.
Okay, next question. Okay, I think we can hear something like at the background, Adrian. Maybe that
Oh,
construction.
never mind. Yeah, one car. I think some motor passed far away. Extra loud engine.
Anyway, okay. So next, the second question. So we are we have about 18 minutes left. So the second question is, how many watches do you have at this point in time? I just skip this question so that it's a surprise. Obviously, the WK is not counting. That's why he's shaking his head.
Okay, let me try to go first, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
I haven't kept count, to be honest. I mean, I don't have like a ton of watches, but I haven't really kept count. And I've been trying to trim down like mad. I think it's in the region of 12 to 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
It's not crazy. I mean, compared to a lot of people, if you visit the forums and all that, when you see people sharing their watch collections, and sometimes I go like, you won't have enough hands for the rest of your life to wear all those watches. Some of them got 50, 100 pieces, 200 pieces. It's quite crazy lah. Again, nothing wrong, because as a collector, you can collect as much as you want, can. But for me, it's just, I really want to wear everything also. I don't have any pieces that I just keep. So I think about 12 to 16 lah. And I'm still trying to trim it down. I'm trying to lower it to 8 or less if I can lah, hopefully lah.
So that is your collection target, to reduce and get more higher pieces lah, something like that.
Yeah, in a way lah.
How about you, WK? Suddenly he want to answer.
Dangerous question because of many reasons. So
Making reason.
yeah. So I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how many I have. I never really count.
Okay.
But I think I want to have fewer lah.
That's
You see,
not answering.
Won't make me Sorry?
Sorry, no, I think this kind of proves that we are not collectors. We want to have fewer watches instead of more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fewer watches, And I think like if I'm able to reduce, it won't necessarily be, like most people they have, let's say, I don't know, say 20 watches, right? Then they say, oh, I want to get down to 10, but I want to move up in quality and come down in quantity, right?
Right.
But I don't see it that way either. I need to have some cheap watches in my collection as well. So Yeah. So, but I know I have too many lah. I mean, I cannot wear all of them.
I think WK you have the most, how to say, the biggest range of watches in your collection, right? So do you have those? I think the cheapest one maybe the Casio A700. Then we all have. I have the A700. You have the WK has the A700. Eden also have the A700, right?
No, WK doesn't have anymore.
Oh,
I took it from him.
it's going to Adrian.
Yeah, but I still have the A168. I still have the A500. Still have the A1200.
I mean, WK has these cheap cases up until the most rarest Rolex Submariner, right? That the three. No, not that one is quite difficult.
Not even Daytona or anything like that.
Right. Okay, so this is one. Okay, my side.
Yeah, yourself. Yeah.
Right. So I contrary from you guys, I keep track of my numbers of watches, right? So at this point in time, I have from everything, from all the digital watches, my Casio, my G-Shock, and up until I think the most expensive I have right now is my Seiko Turtle. That's it, Seiko Turtle Paddy. So I have total of now 32. 32. But I think for myself, when I do content creation or YouTube, so I have for myself, I'm not sure about any other YouTubers, I have to have this certain amount of watches so that whenever a new piece coming in, I have something to compare it, right? So that is one of the reasons why I keep, and then I have to have a few different genres. So I have, my major watch collection right now is of course diverse, and I have a few pieces of, I think 2 or 3 of Pilot, and another I don't have chronograph because I don't like them, and I have a few dress watch and stuff like that. So for me it is good, okay, to have this amount of because I need to create that content. Yeah, I totally understand. So creating some reason for me to buy more lah. So anyway, okay. So how do I control this amount of watches? Is that, of course, I monitor because I have a list, so I know this watch I haven't done the review yet. This watch I haven't done the fashion show yet. But one more thing to control is by controlling the watch box. If the watch box is full, now I know that I need to start selling, right? So that is one way to control it lah.
So the problem is once my watch box is full, I buy another watch box. So it's not working, bro.
Not working. Right now it's still working for me, man. How about you, Adrian? How many watch boxes do you have?
Only 2.
Only
not full yet.
Not full yet.
But I really don't really want to go beyond that lah. Because I really try to wear everything.
Okay.
I feel like it's a bit of a waste lah kalau tak pakai. So I feel like just really got to tone it down a bit.
Right. Okay, the third question for today, and maybe the last one. We only have about 12 minutes left. Right, so there is a subscriber on my channel. He asked me, bang, I'm going to say this word first in Malay language first. Bang, Vini tak marah ke abang ada jam banyak-banyak? So in English, I'm going to translate to English. How about your wife? Isn't your wife getting mad at you because you buy so many watches, right? So what are your answer to that, Adrian and WK? I don't know who wants to start first. Maybe
Go ahead.
Adrian.
Sorry. Oh, me
yeah, okay.
Basically, I don't know lah. I feel like it's the relationship itself.
Okay.
If you know your expenses. I mean, me and my wife, we are totally open on everything. We know each other's expenses. We know each other's bank balances, all the kind of stuff lah. So she knows exactly how much I spend on stuff. I will tell her, and I don't think she's ever really restricted me.
Okay.
Because I don't think at this point of time I made a bad decision lah, or any kind of bad financial decision. I'll buy a watch that will make me go in debt for the next 10 years or something like that. Okay. Or cannot pay for fees or things like that. No lah. So and she has her own stuff also lah. That one we have to think about that also. Women have their own collections, kan? I don't think most of the time, most men, I would say, would probably not have something in their collection more than handbags a woman have for the rest of her life or something. I'm not trying to be sexist here, but just reality. Guys have your own stuff, girls have their own stuff, you know. It's a give and take kind of thing, I think, from my side. So she's never really complained. She's only talk about whether the watch is nice or not, that's all. And again, my collection isn't so big also, so it's not too bad at this point. Still not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can add one more box huh?
Now, then maybe the other quick one is, you buy her something nice lah.
That always works. Yeah.
Okay. All right, okay. How about you, man?
I mean, for me, it's like I will answer that question with a story. Okay.
Okay.
I saw this quiz.
Okay.
And the quiz says, it's like one of those meme type quiz lah. They have a picture of a guy looking very guilty and a very angry lady at the back. Okay.
Okay.
And the question is, your wife discovers you bought a new watch.
So all these watch memes lah, famous one lah. All right.
So if your wife discovers you bought a new watch, your response is A, it's not mine.
Okay.
B, it's an old watch, don't worry.
Okay.
C, I'm just having a look at it and then I'm giving it away to somebody else or whatever lah. So there's a list of options lah,
Okay.
I look at that one, I say no lah. No. It's not all trick question. Because the wife won't know. She thinks all my watches look the same. How is she not?
Same thing lah, bro. Same thing.
That's my situation, Every time I get a new watch or whatever, I show her, I say like, hey, what do you think of this watch? She look at it and go like, same like the rest you have. So it's a trick question. Your wife will never know you have a new watch if you don't tell her.
Okay.
Because to your wives, your watches all
Okay. I think your wife is basically the same concept with my wife lah. So every time, even I show this one, right? I just got this like 2 days ago, right? And I show to her, right? And she say, same as before, nothing new. Because I'm trying to tell her that this is an homage of two-door Black Bay 58, right? So she doesn't even know what is two-door Black Bay 58. So anyway, so okay, my answer is what, you have to understand your wife first. I mean, being a father, being a head of the family, you have these expenses and everything. So as long as you don't get as long as I don't get myself into deep depths, then for me it's okay. And then now I started to receive income from YouTube and then some affiliated links, affiliated income from AliExpress and stuff. So I tell my wife, so I'm currently certain amount until I achieve zero cost. Zero cost means whatever I buy this year for this whole year, so I will recoup all that money from AliExpress and also from YouTube. So that's why for me there is also one big license to buy more watches. But yeah, as long as I'm totally clear with her how I'm spending, I think she's okay. So to that guy who asked me the question, so please pandai kau tim lah, bro. Alright, so we are
in a sense, every lady is different lah.
Yeah, lady is different. As long as you are being responsible, I don't think it's not gonna be a big issue lah. Right, so we have 7 minutes left. So I think we should do something like maybe what is your target or next purchase then? We have 6 minutes left. Maybe 2 minutes to end this video. 2 minutes each to end this watch chat today. Okay, Adrian, next target. You're waiting for that Toki, right?
Yeah, so that's why. So I'm waiting for that and another watch. So I don't actually have a target for now.
Okay.
But I would say something. Okay, maybe instead of can say lah, in a way lah, it's a target, but not like I really want to go out and get it at this point of time.
Okay.
But maybe a short-term grail lah, I would say.
Okay.
Is either a Santos, a Cartier Santos.
Oh, nice.
Or JLC Reverso, but not new lah, because those both watches, if you can get used, it's like way more worth it because it tanks lah. both of them do tank quite a bit lah.
I think
In terms
Santos,
of price.
WK got one Santos, right?
Yeah, I have
Yes, yes.
the current generation lah. Are
Oh,
you
the
looking
one,
at
the
the
one.
current generation or one of the older ones?
Oh,
I'm not very sure. I haven't really made a full comparison because I know the latest gen has the screws or something different, right? I forgot what was it. I just read about it recently, but there's a slight how you say aesthetic difference lah. So I haven't really made up my mind, but something along that lines, one of these two, because I like the classy look. And then for reversal, it's just the dual face where the other side also has
yeah, that one. That's Santos. Nice.
So this one has the bezel actually flows into the
yeah,
bracelet.
yeah. That's the latest one, is it?
That's the current generation, and it also has the quick release bracelet, the
Yeah.
quick release links, and all that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. But then they also have the older ones like the Santos Galbi,
Yeah.
the Santos 100. So it depends on which generation you get. Some of them
Yeah.
are actually, some are, I believe, are appreciating not as much as the tank. The Cartier tanks, you know, a lot of them have really appreciated. But Santos also, depending on the generation, some of them are really their value.
But they are not appreciating on off retail, right? Still lower than retail, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it actually going beyond retail?
Yeah, it depends on the availability lah. So in some markets where the current Santos Cartier is not available at ADs, it's actually fetching above retail. So it really depends on the market. So again, like the usual demand supply thing, right? So if the demand is there for that market, but the supply is non-existent, then it goes above retail.
Yeah, so that is the two that I kind of target. Yeah.
Right, nice. Okay, so what about you, WK?
Yeah, I don't. I have some.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the Toki.
Okay.
So I'm also waiting for the Toki. So but I guess I shouldn't consider that a next purchase because I've already paid for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually was supposed to get one this week, which is the Seiko SNE.
Oh, you got that one. You got that one.
It's a solar paddy 38.5mm diver.
Is it the one with the blue accents one?
Yeah, that one. I think later
nice.
I'll send you the review of that particular watch. I think Jody reviewed it yesterday or 2 days back.
Yeah, Jody reviewed it. Then there's another guy. What's his name? The Watch Idiot.
Yeah.
Watch that channel. He's also reviewed it. So I was supposed to get that today, but the courier lost it.
What?
The courier lost it.
You got it from Shopee, right? That one, the Malaysia watches seller. No?
Yeah, that's right. So they've been very good, but you know the courier company, they said that they checked the CCTV and they say it's a staff problem. So I said, is it stolen? And they said, yeah, but maybe not.
Oh my god.
So, but the courier will be compensating, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, it's between these three parties to work out, right? So the courier company, Shopee, and Malaysia Watches, they've got to work it out and work out the refunds and all that. But Malaysia Watches has been really nice about it.
Yeah, nice fella.
They're good. So that's supposed to be incoming. I'm looking at the Zen U50.
Oh.
Sorry, the what?
U50.
The U50, the SDR version, which is the one with the tegimented black bezel, but then the rest of the case is not tegimented. It's just the submarine steel. Getting it on silicone probably, but the one that they brought in, I actually asked for a request to bring it in with the smaller class, but the class that came in is the big one, which just for my small wrist doesn't work.
You've got it already.
No. Okay. So what happened was I went to the AD and I said I don't want the big class.
Okay.
Bring one with the small class.
Okay.
And then maybe I will buy it after I try it.
Oh.
So they do it. So 3 months later, the unit came in and it came with a big class.
Right.
Yeah.
But actually, it turned out to be okay because they just announced like last week that they are.
Yeah,
they
I
have
saw
launched
on your post, on your IG post, right? IG
So
story.
now I have an excuse not to buy that one and wait for the new class. And they will bring it in. So,
All right. All right. So, contrary to both of you guys, I don't have anything to buy in my mind right now. So, for lah, AliExpress has so many sales and stuff, right? So, whenever I think that there is a great bargain, then I will snatch that one. Something like that lah. Okay.
that's the best way.
Huh? Sorry?
That's the best way to do it. You know?
Yeah.
It's along at the right price.
Yeah, the long and the right price. Right. So I think
And it fits your channel also.
yes. Anyway, so I think our time is up, guys. So nice talk again this week. Right. So you know what? Let's just finish this off with just a brief. Okay, so here I can see. Okay, I'm going to shut this one off first. Okay, I think that's all, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this conversation today. We are in the phase 2 right now. So I hope soon we can have a yum cha or yum cafe session session soon. Right. So that's all, guys. Thank you very much. So take care, Adrian.
Yeah.
Take care, Lebrike.
Thanks, Abriki. Thanks, No.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So much. Take care. Yeah?
Bye. See you later.